Well, good morning, everyone. Just wanted to take this opportunity to give a quick update on what's new, as you can see, regarding my help work project that I'm working on. My computer parts all came in, and I've actually got it all put together. As you can see it running back there. You know, I did a lot of thinking about what would be the best way to do the computer um, for help work. I do have a laptop, but it's an old laptop, probably a 2011, maybe 2012 laptop. So it's old, and it already is slow. Um, it was actually pretty fast in its day. Um, it has the Intel Pentium processor, which I don't know what generation or version of Intel that was, probably like second generation. um, and in its day, it was the thing to get, the Intel Pentium processor. Um, it was 2 gigahertz, I think, and the laptop only has 4 megabytes of RAM, which HelpWork recommends a minimum, I think, of 16 um, gigabytes of RAM. I think for to run the average sample sets, but recommend even more than that. You'll need even more than that for some of the bigger sample sets. So anyway, I just decided to get to build a new computer. I'd looked at into buying one, and they're expensive, and really I could build one for a lot less than I could go buy one, and I could put in it what I wanted, the amount of RAM that I wanted, which the amount of RAM I wanted, you couldn't go buy a computer with that much RAM in it. So it would end up just, you would either have to have one custom built, which would be really expensive, or I could just do it myself. So that's what I decided to do. So I'll show you what I got and what all's gone into the computer. As you can see, it's running behind me. Lots of lights and lots of fans, and that's cool. It looks really cool. Um, so the tower actually is a PVA tower. It's huge, as you can see. It came in, and nice looking tower though. It's got 6 cooling fans in it, 3 on the front and 2 on the top and 1 in the back to keep the air circulating really good, with the cool lights on the fan. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way it turned out and the way it looks. It's got the glass side on it, so you can actually see inside and see the motherboard and everything. It's really pretty cool looking. Um, the motherboard I got was a MSI B460M Pro VDH Wi-Fi, um, and it is nice because it already had its own Wi-Fi antennas on it, so didn't have to get that separate. Um, has its, I guess, version of graphics built into it, so I didn't have to get a graphics card. Won't really be needing that for helped work because it just doesn't use a lot of graphics. Doesn't really use any graphics. It's not like a game. It's just a software to run the organ console. So that's the motherboard that I got. Um, then the power supply, um, EVGA power supply. Um, this is just, what plugs into the wall, and then all of the little wires and adapters plug into the motherboard to actually power everything. So power supply, not a big deal. You do want to have a big enough power supply to run all of your components that you're going to have. But like I say, with this one, it really didn't matter because you're just going to be running help work. This is the processor I got. This is the 10th generation. It's the Intel i7 10700. You know, this was probably the most expensive part right here. Was the processor actually? Anyway, it came with its own fan, so there's actually a fan on the motherboard sitting on top of this to kind of help keep the processor cool. This is going to make all the difference in the world. This is a 2.9 gigahertz processor, where the one in my laptop was a 2 gigahertz, so it's not that much more. But the biggest difference is my processor on my laptop, the Intel Pentium. The biggest difference in it and this is, so the Pentium processor had like one, we'll call it lane of traffic. So you think of an old country road with one lane. Now, not one road with 2 lanes of traffic, a lane going each way, one lane of traffic. So the traffic going this way gets to go for a little while, and then they have to stop, and then traffic coming the other way goes for a little while. One lane of traffic. And that's what the processor in my laptop has. That processor has like one lane of traffic. And so it is extremely, extremely slow. The difference in this one is this processor actually has 8 lanes of traffic. So you consider like a freeway in Dallas, the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, where you have 4 lanes of traffic going both ways. And that's the difference. That's why this processor is so much faster. It was really neat when I first got everything installed. I could turn on the computer, and before my monitor would actually pop up, you know, the monitor takes a second to come on and then actually light up where you can see everything. By the time the monitor came on, the computer was already sitting there ready. So the computer beat the monitor getting ready. So that was pretty cool. Anyway, that's the processor. The RAM that I have, where, as I said, on my laptop I had 4 megabytes of RAM on it, which will not run some of the bigger Hauptwerk sample sets. So what I got for the new computer is 2 sticks of 32 megabytes of RAM. So it has a total of 64 megabytes of RAM, which will be everything Hauptwerk needs to run any sample set. It will be super fast. And the nice thing about it is the motherboard I have has 2 additional slots still available that I could do 64. It can do it can handle a total of 128 megabytes of RAM. So it's definitely expandable. So I'm just got 2 sticks on it out of 4 right now, but this will be everything I need. This was really cool because the RAM sticks that I have actually have the LED lights on them. I don't know if you can see inside the computer there, but they're lit up, which is really cool looking. And then the last thing I got was the memory. And I decided to go with the XPG memory. I got 2 two drives. This is the SSDS M.2 drives. They both are. One of them is a 512 gigabyte and then a 1 terabyte. It's probably more than I'll ever need for Hauptwerk, but I will be sure to have enough memory. I decided to put Windows and anything other than Hauptwerk will go on the 512 gigabyte drive, and then the big drive, the 1 terabyte drive, will be nothing but Hauptwerk, the Hauptwerk software, the sample sets, anything to do with running the organ will go on this drive. And these are super fast drives. Actually, these two drives actually will run faster, and my RAM will actually run faster than the motherboard can process, which is okay. The motherboard processes right about 3,000 megahertz, I think. The RAM has the ability, I think, to do 3,400 megahertz, I don't remember. And then the memory sticks can process at, I don't know, 32 or 3,400 megahertz. So these will actually go faster than the motherboard, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. It's not a big difference. But the motherboard will actually limit what these actually have the ability to do. But these drives, the SSDS M.2, are the latest drive. They're the fastest out there on the market now. You know, you used to have a hard drive, which was the spinning disk, and you can still use those. They're really kind of obsolete now. They're outdated. Then they went to the SSD drive, which was a large square drive. And now the latest version is this little larger than a stick of gum drive, and much more memory and much more powerful, much faster. So this is the latest and greatest. The cool thing about these two is they have the LED lights on them as well. So inside the motherboard, it's on the motherboard where they're at, they're lit up with lights as well. It really looks cool. So anyway, that's what I did. That's the computer. And I'm excited to, still not quite done with the organ conversion. Got some stuff to do on it still, getting the wiring for the connection strips, and then getting the connection strips hooked into the encoder, which will then in turn hook into the computer, which is now ready. So I'm excited about that. So still some work to do, but it's all coming together. I'm getting excited about it. Yeah, that's it. That's the computer. Give you a quick little close-up look so you can see the fans on the front. The fans, there's one fan in the back, two fans up top, and then you can kind of see the SSDS M.2 memory drives and the RAM, the two sticks of RAM that are vertical there. So it's pretty cool. I'm excited. This is probably one of the coolest computers I've ever had. And I built it myself from scratch and saved a ton of money, and actually got something. You can't go out and buy this computer in the store right now, because the ones they make just to sell retail don't have that amount of RAM or whatever in it. So this is cool, and we're coming along. I'm getting excited and ready to get this project done where I can actually begin to play the organ. So anyway, that's all for now. Just wanted to kind of show the computer and everything I got accomplished with that. So till next time, And we'll talk to you later.